you guys doing out there? My name is Michael Chapman Jr. and I'm here with another video, one different from my previous ones that I've talked about in a sense. But for those of you guys that aren't new to my channel, you guys have come to the understanding that I talk about different things depending on what interests me, or maybe something that I've come across that I feel that's of importance, or maybe I just want to do some documenting for myself so that I can see things go and come back to them, in the future. But particularly for this video, I'm going to be talking about a cryptocurrency, or it's more on the subject of cryptocurrency, and it's called P3D, which is a token that is a smart contract token on the Ethereum blockchain. And for some of you guys that this is your first time coming across P3D or proof of weak hands, go out there and do some research. Even go look at the site. The link to it will be in the description, but go and take a look at this site because one thing I like about it is the lightheartedness to it. And a lot of times, for some of you guys that invested into ICOs or high yield investment platforms, you guys will see how there is this strong urge of wanting your funds based upon unrealistic expectations. And I do enjoy how this one makes light of some of the platforms that are out there, or that were out there, that are no longer here. And it also talks about kind of what they're trying to do and how they're different from the rest of these platforms. And so the big thing about P3D is that it allows you to exchange your Ethereum for their P3D tokens with the ability to get dividends based on people buying and selling this token. So every time a transaction happens, buying or selling, everybody within that P3D community that is holding tokens will be able to receive dividends based upon how many tokens that they have. So it is a nice addition to the crypto space for platforms that allow for dividends, but it's different in the sense that it's smart contract based. And one of the things that I like from this, because some of you guys that know my background, I deal with developers all the time, and I love the fact that they are so transparent with inside of this platform. It's nice to see a platform that, and I'm going to go through this a little bit later with you guys, but it's nice to see a platform that is willing to allow you to see the contract so you can go through it, because a contract is pretty much what is going to allow the platform to stay alive running or end up crippling itself. For some of you guys that may be new to cryptocurrency, you guys may not have been aware of, I think it was 4chan. There were some developers in 4chan that made a proof of weak hands concept smart contract as well, and ended up having issues with it, which allowed somebody to run off with a lot of the Ethereum tokens. But I love that these developers have done their due diligence to sift through the code and make sure that they've run tests through the beta versions before releasing that. And they've also allowed for the general public to also see the code that they've, the smart contract that they've built with the Ethereum blockchain. And so, as you guys can see, this platform has been steadily increasing, even though we are in a bear market. If you look at any cryptocurrency markets and view all the coins on there, most of them are in red right now, but this one seems to still be producing a lot of orders coming through. And as you saw on the first page that I was on, in the lower right hand corner, they're spamming the last recent order. So one of the things about this project is that it's alive. There's a lot of people that are already inside the platform, and there are more people that are getting into this, by the minute. And as you guys can kind of see, 6 days ago, they had 469 Ethereums that were purchased into the contract. And just today, and the day's not even over yet, there's 1,452 Ethereums that were bought into the contract. And the other thing that they do very nicely is they show you the percent of holders of the actual contract. And I like that there's no huge whales that could pretty much just tank the market just by them selling. I want to say currently, I think the person that has the biggest percentage of it, maybe, will be this wallet right here that has 3% of the P3D tokens, but there's still 22% that is still out there for distribution. So it does a great job of being very transparent and allowing people to see exactly what is going on within this project. Let me see if I can actually go to if I can remember how to get there, contract source. So I was talking to you guys earlier about being able to see the contract. So they have the contract here so that you can view, you can copy, you can pretty much duplicate this contract if you wanted to. And then they've also released an API to allow people to have even greater functionality with the code that's already presented. And one of the ways you can find that is through their Discord channel, which the community there is very helpful. I invested a small amount into this platform because I wanted to immerse myself in it before talking about it. So I bought a small little sampling of the P3D tokens. I bought 50 of them. And I kind of wanted to see how the dividends worked with just 50 coins, because I know there's people out there that have, over 1,000 of them. As we just looked, I mean, there was individual I think that had 3% that had I want to say it was a little bit over 2,000. I'm not too sure right now. I'd have to go back and double check and look at that wallet. But they have a Discord channel, and you can access the Discord channel right from within their website. You just either have to sign in. If you're not already a user, you'll have to register. But if you have any kind of Discord app, most smartphones have it, and even if you're a Mac user, there's an app for that as well. But one of the things that I like about the Discord channel is that the developers that they have that is working on this project, they communicate at a high level, and also they communicate frequently. So most of you guys that have been with ICOs, typically you may get an update once a week or maybe even once a month for some of them that don't talk frequently. But the nice thing is that these guys update you all the time, and they update you with stuff that you technically don't even need to know. Like I remember 2 days ago, maybe it could have been a day ago, I was just going through the Discord channel, and one of the mods there, who was a developer for the application, was talking about another developer that has been doing all this work but had not received any compensation. And that particular developer just wanted to make it a point and an awareness for everybody in the community that he was going to take 500 P3D tokens from his own wallet and transfer them to this other developer who had been working for free and is spending a lot of time on the project. And they want to do that out of the courtesy, because they've even allowed for the majority of those that are in the ecosystem to even know what wallets that they have, to show that there's no funny business going on, that they're not getting any incentive over the rest of the users. But this particular developer wanted to transfer some of his own tokens to another developer in a way to compensate them for the hard work they were given. So I just enjoy the fact that these guys are very transparent. They, really let us know what is going on. And I want to say there's never been a day where I haven't seen at least 3 to 4 updates in their announcement channel. And so from that standpoint, this is a very cool project, and also the help desk that they have. And I was having issues with my MetaMask wallet. And for some of you guys that don't know what that is, you can just do an easy YouTube search, and there will be people that talk about how to install that. But I had issues with transactions pending in my MetaMask wallet and never completing, and they're just sitting there for I think 8 or 9 hours. And these people were willing, as soon as I typed in the question, willing to answer my questions. And I never felt like, well, you're a noob and you don't know, or you need to, they never gave you this push off feeling like you weren't good enough. So I really enjoy this community, and I don't really see people in here that are fudding. I don't see people that are telling new people things that aren't true. It seems like everything is above ground, and they're just giving it to you what this project truly is. And I appreciate that, because a lot of times you'll see people give unrealistic expectations and hype around things that aren't true, only because they want their investment to pan out. And we should all want all of our investments to pan out, even investments that we're not a part of. But I do like the feel of this project, and I hope they continue to grow. And for me, I just want to see, where does my 50 coins take me? Does it, do I get a consistent ride of one token every day or half a token every day? I just kind of want to see, how that flow works. And so for some of you guys that have not taken a look at P3D, I encourage you guys to see what it's all about, and maybe I might do some updates. I don't think this is going to become a P3D channel, me talking about proof of weak hands, but I do like where it's going. I wish the developers, all the best, that they continue to be able to allow this project to run as long as possible. I have nothing negative to say about it. As so far, they've been very transparent. They've give information that they don't need, and I think that if you are people out there that are wanting to find something to put your currency in that's maybe not on the decline like some of these other currencies are, I would say, hey, look at this, and maybe you might consider moving some of your currency into this. I would never say, hey, you guys need to take your hard-earned money out and put it in this, because you just never know. Like with anything, there is a risk. But if you find that this is something that is of interest to you and you feel like this is a great platform for you, you might take a look. Nobody knows the future with any of these platforms out there. So as long as people are putting money into it, and that's with any currency, right? As long as people are putting money into it, the evaluation of it's going to continue to rise, and this one is finding some way to skyrocket. They already have 3,961 Ethereum within their contract, so they're moving up there. And when I got in, I want to say it was a week ago, they may have had just a little bit over 1,000. I want to say that this project was around $2.39 per P3D token, and they're now worth $4. So they are steadily growing, and it's growing fast. As you can see here, 7 days ago, there was only 277 Ethereums that were bought into the contract. And now, today alone, we're looking at 1,452 Ethereums that were bought today and placed in this contract. So you can see that it's steadily growing. There is a lot of movement within this platform. There's a lot of people that are excited about it. But guys, don't allow the excitement to make you do things that will make a drastic impact on your financial stability. And I know a lot of people have seen that happen with some of the other high yield investment platforms out there, and with dividends associated with any platform. People get excited and say, well, if I put this much more into this, I could have this much return. I want just to encourage people to sit back and think with an open mind, but not just with open mind, but use some realistic expectations. And don't put more into it than you can actually afford to if you're going to be using your own money to be purchasing it. And just make smart decisions. I see a lot of people, doing things off of emotions because they don't want to be the last one. And, that goes into the FOMO phrase that a lot of people say that they feel. But you guys, be smart. Use your due diligence. Really think about, can I even afford to use my money to put this in there? How is it going to affect me? How's it going to affect my family? Guys, don't be going into your life savings to be putting money into things like this that you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I only say for people to invest if you have play money, if you have money sitting in a different project that maybe isn't doing well right now and you want to reallocate, just think smartly, be wise. Don't make stupid decisions that are based off of greed and emotion, because 9 times out of 10, you will fail, or you will get the expectation that you're at least expecting. So folks, do your due diligence on this, please. I beg of you guys, because for some of you guys that were part of BitConnect, or you saw a lot of those heartfelt BitConnect stories with people losing their life savings, it's all because they were seeing what other people were receiving based off of how much money they put in, and they said, well, hey, if I put this much money in, I'm guaranteed to get this much over this amount of time. And nothing's ever guaranteed in life, especially not in a platform. But like I said, I want to go back to being positive. I do like what they're doing. I do like the transparency. I do like the communication. They're doing a lot of things right that some of these other platforms didn't do. And I even love that just recently, I think they promoted a developer from within their community that was just there, that was giving a lot of advice on things that they could do to improve, that was answering a lot of questions. So they really hinge off of the community, and they like to build from within. And so I like that, they brought people on board that is serious and already investors in the platform that want to see this thing succeed. So there's a lot of great things. I think this is a great platform, a great smart contract, a great Ethereum-based game, and I like what they're doing. I think that they're doing some great things. So you guys definitely check out this project. I don't want to spend too much time, going on and on and on about it, but do your due diligence, take a look at it, and if you guys feel like this is something where you want to allocate some of your resources into, then definitely do it. The links will be in the description. Sorry. And they do offer referrals. Commission, I believe it's 30%. So I will put my Masternode link in there, which is pretty much essential to a referral link. There's only one level that it goes down, so only the immediate people that are clicking on the link and buying will actually give me incentives, or you will be passing incentives too. So that will be in the description as well. So with that, and I think I'm losing my voice. I apologize, but you guys have a wonderful day. Take care and be blessed.